Hi, and welcome back to the Conscious Movement community. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad that you're a member. There's a lot of new participants in the community, so welcome to you. We can interact below if you just comment below on the video. Let me know questions that you have, things you like, things you didn't like, things you'd like to see in the future. It's always great to hear from you. So today's class is just kind of like a follow-up for the quarantine challenge. We're working and building on some of the trickier stuff that you've been learning, and we're even going to add a little side crow. So I'm hoping that some of you guys have watched the the arm balance series, and you're starting to integrate and learn some of the techniques to help to make you stronger at arm balancing. Just by building strength with those exercises that I show you in there, it's going to make it easier to get into these arm balances. So we're going to try a side crow, Parsvabhakasana, which I very rarely ever do. That's a great pose. We're going to work on that today along with some other stuff. So let's begin with a little seated meditation. So change the cross of your legs from what you're normally used to and rest your hands on your thighs. Feel that there is an upright quality. The shoulders and the chest can open, the head is balanced right up over top of the spine. And pay close attention to your breath. And notice as you're breathing in and out, see if you can feel the sensations in your body. Then open your eyes, keeping your focus inward. Come into your first child's pose. So with the toes curled under in this first child's, start to sink your hips back to your heels, but instead of falling to the floor, as you reach into your hands, elongate through the sides of your ribs. Then come up onto your hands and your knees. Round your back and look back at your navel as you exhale. Inhale the sit bones up, wheel your chest forward. Exhale to round out the back. And inhale into extension. One more. Then find a neutral spine, draw your navel to your spine, stretch your right arm forward and your left leg back, and as you engage your glute, lengthen your buttocks out of your lower back, lift your back leg up. Then slowly lower the hand and the knee back down, and then stretch that same hand and knee back out without wiggling or twisting. Slowly lower it down, and stretch it back out. One more, lower it down slow. Stretch back out. Lower your hand and your knee and change sides. Then as you engage your glute, lift the back foot up just a little. Slowly lower your hand and your knee, no part of the spine sinking or rounding. Slide back out. Lower hand and knee. Slide back out. One more time, lower down. And slide out. Then drop your hand and your knee, curl your toes under, lift your hips straight up, and glide back into down dog. Now open up and press down into the four corners of your hands. Feel the sole of the hand open. Open the soles of the feet as you stretch your toes forward. Step your feet forward to the front of your mat, and with a little bend in your knees, let your head drop. Then roll yourself up to stand. Stand in mountain pose. As you inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale into a flat back. Step back into plank pose. Lower slowly into chaturanga. Inhale into cobra for this first round. Exhale, lower your chest down. Press back into downward facing dog. Step your feet forward. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank. Lower slow into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Look in between your hands, step or float up to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale into plank pose. Set your knees and your elbows down. Spread the space in between your shoulder blades. Hollow out your guts and widen your collarbones. Now maintaining all that without sinking in your middle at all. Step one leg back. Feel already how the belly wants to sink. Don't let it happen. Step the other leg back. Now let's turn the thumbs up. And as you reach down into your forearms, try not to sink in your middle. It should feel a little more challenging than it normally does. Then angle your left forearm in. Roll to the outside edge of your left foot, inside of the right. Press that forearm down as you raise your right arm. Slowly with control, change sides. The right elbow comes down, the left arm goes up. Bring your left elbow back down. Now, with the hands wide again, walk into down dog on your forearms. Keep that spread in between your blades, collarbones wide. Hollow out your belly. Now bring your right knee up to your chest. See if you can push the heel straight up without your middle sinking. Lower that leg. Change, left knee up. And then push straight up. Lower that leg down. Walk back into plank on your forearms. Come up into plank on your hands. Put your left hand in the middle, open up into the side plank. Jeez, plank series from hell. Whew. Change sides, right hand down, left hand up. Bring your left hand back down. Hold here. Now we're going to do one-legged crow preparation. Pull your right knee up to your armpit. Hold it there. Hollow out your belly. Step it back. Change sides. Bring the left knee up. Bring the heel towards the butt. Pull up high. Step that leg back. Line your belly. Oh my gosh. Arms out to your side. Press the tops of the feet down and lift your elbows, hands up. Cactus arms, hold here. Then stretch your arms straight back. Lift your head up, but elongate your neck instead of sticking your chin out. And then as you engage your glutes, see if you can lift your legs up an inch. Place your hands next to your side ribs. Roll the chest open. Feel the burn. Lower your heart. Press up into plank. Stretch back into down dog. All right, now for some B salutations. Walk your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale into chair pose. Stand Samasthiti. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step the left foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now as you're holding in down dog, open up the hands again and push into the four corners. But then the muscles just above your wrist, I want you to feel those muscles narrow and draw up into your shoulders, up into your hips. Grow the hips from the lift from your forearm muscles. But try not to tense up the neck. Similarly with your feet, open up the feet. And then the muscles just above your ankles, pretend like you're sucking those up into your hips. Keep your eyes soft, brain soft. Don't let the eyes tense. Walk your feet forward. Or step or hop. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose. Stand Samasthiti. Inhale into chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees. Look in between your hands. Step or float up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Stand, Samasthiti. Inhale into chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees. Look in between your hands. Step or float up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Stand, Samasthiti. Inhale into chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back and lower, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your right foot. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees. Look in between your hands. Step or float up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Stand, Samasthiti. Now turn to your right, open up your legs wide apart, and spread your arms out. Turn your left leg inward slightly, turn your right leg all the way out. Bend the right knee, keeping the lower back tall. Viratu. Open up your left chest through the reach of your left arm. Reach your back leg, open up the pelvis through the reach of the back leg. As you smooth the skin from your right inner leg, the groin towards the knee. Then tip from your hips and place your right hand down onto the inside of your foot. Block our floor, take your left arm up. Bring your left hand behind your back. Half bind, Or take your right hand from below and go for the full bind. Now release the right hand if it's in the full bind. Lift from your belly and stretch your right arm forward. Then press into your right heel, lift your navel, come right up into reverse warrior. Extended side angle, put your hand down onto the outside of your foot, take your left arm over. Inhale, come back into warrior two. Straighten your right leg and turn your leg to the other side. So right leg turns in a little bit, the left leg turns all the way out. Now start to bend that left knee, keeping your lower back tall, stretch through your back heel. Open the right chest to the reach of the right arm. Then reach and put your left hand down onto the inside of your foot. Right hand goes behind your back, half bind, or take your left hand from under, go for the full bind. Stamp the whole circle of your left heel bone down into the mat. And open up the left groin at the same time. Let it smooth towards the left knee. Then release the bind with the left hand. As you stamp that heel, reach the arm forward. As long as it doesn't go into your lower back. If it's too much on your lower back, just keep the hand down. Then press through your back heel, lift your belly, come up. Extended side angle, place your hand onto the outside of your foot and take your right arm over. Reach down into your feet, come back up into warrior two. Then circle your hands to the mat, step back into downward dog or take a vinyasa. Step your right foot, warrior one, inhale, come up. Open up to your side, warrior two. Straighten the right leg and reach into triangle pose. Then bend your right knee, put your right hand and foot in front of your foot, and step up. Bend your right leg, lower your left hand down as you level your hips. Lower the left leg to meet the right, and squat down from Malasana. Knees go wide enough for the ribs to fit in between, arms go forward. Then bend your elbows back, lean into crow pose or crow pose preparation. You can just press and lean into the hands, hollow out your abdomen, and maybe lift one foot, maybe lift both. Release that and make your way back to down dog through a vinyasa or not. Oh man, my OCD is freaking out because this mat is not perfectly centered. Okay, there we go. Step your left foot for warrior one. Inhale, come up. Open to your side for warrior two. Straighten your left leg and reach into triangle. Then bend your knee, slide your hand and foot in front, and raise the back leg up. Bend your left leg, lower your right hand, level your hips, and lower your right leg to meet your left. Squat down and get into Malasana. Arms go forward. Now this time, internally rotate your arms and hook your fingers behind your heels. Then draw your belly in, arms forward. Sit your buttocks to the ground and come into boat pose. Lower into low boat pose. Come back up into boat. Then cross your legs at the shins, put your hands next to your hips, pull your hips back, lift up through your pelvic floor, lift one foot, maybe both. Come back into boat pose. Lower into low boat pose. Come back up, cross the legs the other way, hands down, pull back, lift pelvic floor, and then lift your feet up. Last one, Navasana. Lower into Ardha. Lower your head down as you take your legs up, fingers behind your ears. Then exhale, crunch up and over to the right ankle. And as you hold your abdomen in, lower the left. Change sides. Change sides. Lift up higher. Change sides. Change sides. Feel your abdomen sink, abdominals engage as you lift up. Change sides. Bring both legs up, lower your head down. Then tuck your pubic bone into your chest, push up, and crunch up. Lower your hips in your head. Rock back up. Come up to seated and step back into downward dog. From down dog, step your right foot up by your right thumb. Inhale up onto your fingertips. Drive down through the center of your right heel. Then float your arms back at your side. Turn on your back muscles, deepen your right hip crease, draw it back as you move your heart forward. Then lean into your right foot and raise the back leg up. Bend your right knee. Step back into warrior one. Bring your right hand to your hip, spin your back heel up and twist, tuck your left elbow to your knee. Join the palms together. Place your hands down onto the mat. Step back into down dog or take a vinyasa. Step your left foot up by your left thumb. Come up onto your fingertips. Deepen your left hip groove as you reach your heart forward. Then float your arms back. Lean into your left foot. Slide your back leg up. Keep your hips and your waist level to the floor. Bend your knee and step back into warrior one. Raise your arms up. Bring your hand to your hip, back heel up. Reach and twist, hook the elbow to the knee. Join your palms together and feel your spine elongate as you're twisting without the left hip swinging out. Keep deepening your left hip. Bring your hands down, step back into downward dog, or take a vinyasa. Step your right foot up by your right thumb. Warrior one, inhale, reach up. Bring your hands behind your back, knuckles together, or take reverse prayer. Step your left foot a little closer. Inhale, open up your heart. Exhale, start to fold forward out over your leg. Then interlock your hands and reach your knuckles up and over. Or if your shoulders are tight, you can use a strap or a towel instead. Then press down through your feet. Inhale, come back up. Right hand on your hip, raise your left arm. And reach and twist. Then look down at the ground, slide your hand a foot in front of your foot on the inside, and step up. Lower your hand down. And lower your left leg to meet your right. Now turn yourself a little turn towards the left side of your mat. Lift your heels up and lower your buttocks down. Then walk your hands around to the front of your mat. Okay, so I did this little subtle adjustment I talked a lot about how we had to soften the navel to start to initiate the twist. So I want you to smooth the skin of your belly, soften it back away from your thigh to help you to go to twist. Otherwise, it can be a lot of torque on your sacrum lower back. And then the deeper that you can get this left arm's hook, the easier it's going to be to lean into this arm balance. Now, I place my hands down at the front of the mat, keeping this knee hooked. Ooh, it unhooked a little. It's going to be tricky to balance if that happens. All right. Then I swivel the heels up, and without my hip resting on this right elbow, I'm just going to lean into my arms. If possible, float back. Chaturanga, plank, downward dog. Second side, step your left foot. Inhale, warrior one. Bring your hands behind your back, straighten your left leg, back foot comes a little closer, open your chest, inhale. And exhale, fold forward out over your leg. Then interlock your hands and reach your knuckles up and over, or use a strap or a towel. Press down into the feet. Inhale, come up, left hand on your hip, raise your right arm. And twist. So you can glance down to make sure that your hips aim straight back and your heart aims forward. And instead of yanking your eyes up to the ceiling to twist, soften your eyes and instead turn from your inner ear. Keep your chest turned as you look down. Slide the hand a foot in front of your foot and raise your back leg up. Bring your hand down, lower your right leg to meet your left, and let your head drop. Then turn yourself the quarter turn, lift your heels up, lower your buttocks down, twist to the left. Get that belly to turn. Swivel your heels up and practice leaning into your arms without your hips sitting onto your elbow. Chaturanga. Press back up. Stretch back into down dog. Walk your feet forward, step or hop. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hook your big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, bend the elbows to the side. Release that. Hands to your hips, come all the way up to stand. Press down through your left heel as you bring your right knee up, or take your right big toe. Stand tall. Maybe extend your big toe out in front of you. Then change hands and twist. Open up to your right. Turn your chest forward and take your arms up. Bend your left leg, wrap your right leg over, cross your right elbow under for eagle arms, or you can do the eagle preparation arms like so. Uncross the arms and the legs. Stand tall in mountain pose. Press down through your right heel. Hug your left knee up. Hold there, or take your big toe and stretch the leg out. Change hands and twist, open up to your left. Look forward, arms up. Bend your right leg and wrap your left leg over. Cross your left elbow under. Which way does it go? Yeah, under. I think so. Uncross the arms and the legs, stand in mountain. All right, now let's do the handstand preparation. Make your way over to your wall. So you're gonna measure yourself a leg's distance away from your wall, turn yourself around, hands go down right in front of the toes, step back to the wall. Now turn your triceps back towards your feet. Open up in between your blades as you push into your hands, but feel the bone of the inner arm sink into the socket. Now, adjust the wrists so they're right underneath the shoulders. Big handprints like we practice, but then suck up from above your wrists. Step one leg up, just at slightly above hip height, and then see if you could take the other leg up too. Start with the knees bent, push into your hands, get even, and then engage your core, lift your tail, and then see if you can start to pull your hips up over your shoulders. Maybe take one leg up. Change legs. Lower that leg. And then we're going to stand on the hands a different way, like so. Slide the hands underneath your feet. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Then release that. And we'll come into low lunge with the right foot forward, left knee down. Hold there or bend the knee. Let the skin above the top of the kneecap descend as you reach back for your foot. And if this is too gnarly on your knee, don't force it. You can just keep the back foot down, or you can go into Supta Virasana at this point if you prefer. Good, release and change sides. So ultimately, as yogis, we want to feel that we're walking the razor's edge of sensation and relaxing into it. So you can feel like, oh, it's intense sensation. Instead of like trying to jam deeper into the intense sensation, just be there and breathe into it so that you can stay relaxed. Now, over time, your capacity for sensation will increase while still being able to keep your nerves relaxed. As conscious movement practitioners, people are practicing longer, doing more advanced poses, doing the longer holds like you guys are doing. That will just increase as long as you stay dedicated to your practice. If you're only practicing like twice a week, your body won't learn from it. It won't learn and adapt. Then release that. Stretch back into downward dog. Then look in between your hands. Step or hop to seated. Lie down onto your back. Bring your heels close to your buttock, feet hip distance. Lift your hips up. And lower your hips back down. One more time. Press into your heels, engage your glutes, lift your hips. And lower back down. Open your arms out to the side. Cross your right knee over your left knee. Shift your hips over to the right a little and let your legs fall over to the left. Knees and hips come back to center. Ooh, that one feels nice. Change the cross of the legs. Hips over to the left a little and knees over to the right. Send the stretch out from the side of your neck, out through your shoulder, out through your elbow, out through your fingers. Watch your breath moving in and out through your nose. Bring your hips, knees back to center. Hug your knees in. Take happy baby. Let the thighs drop down, let the hips drop down and out of your lower back. The shoulders spread. Then hug your knees in and roll yourself up to seated. Cross your legs and fold forward, or you could take double pigeon at this point or single leg pigeon. Inhale, come back up. Change the cross of your legs and stretch forward. Inhale, come back up. Stretch both legs out. Hands at your side. Drop your thighs down as you feel your spine grow tall. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, reach out for your feet. Inhale, come back up. And lie down on your back for Shavasana, corpse pose. Now in Shavasana, I want you to allow yourself to completely let go. As much as you can. Let the hands go, let the feet, let all the muscles in your body start to soften. Relax your jaw, your tongue. Let the eyes soften, be passive. And more as you relax here, bring your attention back to how we started, the sensation of the breath, this inner body awareness. Let the thoughts come without judgment, let them go. So staying very relaxed in your body. Feel your breath gradually start to deepen and lengthen. Don't strain, don't struggle, don't force. Just feel naturally how it can happen. Now we're practicing slower, deeper, rhythmic breaths. But less forcing, more allowing. Then let go of that. Bend your knees. Roll over to your side and press up. So now we're going to practice a little Nadi Shodhana, but even a little more layer of sophistication. Always with these practices, like you just learn the basic, and then like over years and years and added lessons and lessons, it'll start to take on a whole different shape from what you're practicing as a beginner. So I remember like the first time I learned Nadi Shodhana, I was like, okay, that feels cool, I feel relaxed. And then every time that I practice since then, over the years, there's just like a different layer of depth. So that's why these practices are so rich when we keep returning to them regularly with a beginner's mind every time that we approach them. I still get just as interested and excited every time I get into my Nadi Shodhana. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to suggest, because when we're seated, unless you're sitting in lotus, then your body, naturally your thighs will be up a little higher and your body will sink back. So I'm going to suggest first that we sit up on something And it should be something soft, ideally not a block like I'm sitting on. If you overdo, then you'll start to sink forward, which that's not good either. So you want to go just to the right spot. Goldilocks and the Three Bears, that's a story about a yogi. Not too hot, not too cold. It's not really a story about a yogi. Okay, so just to that right spot where my thighs can release, I could sit up tall. Now, the next thing that I want to show you is the mudra. We had a request for this one. So this crease right here in my thumb, this is called the Mound of Venus. And you want to take your index finger and your middle finger, curl them in, and hook them right into that little crease. Then the tip of the thumb, ring, and pinky join. And what you're trying to do here is mimic a thumb with the pinky and the ring finger. Their pressure mimics the size of a thumb. And then there's a gap in between the hands. The last thing that I want you to consider is where you're pushing in the nose, not to push the actual nostril right here, but to go right up into, I don't think this is called the bridge, below the bridge. You can feel right where the bone stops and the nasal starts, and that's where we're going to be putting the pressure. Just, if you put your finger there, just gently, you can feel how that blocks that nostril. Nadi Shodhana, pranayama. Make that hand as best you can. Now to learn this hand mudra, for about a month I took a hairband, like a hair tie, and I tied these fingers so that they learned to stay like that. And then with these fingers, I took another hair tie and I put a little cork in between to get the gap, to train the hand to do that. This is how long it took, about a month of that. But now it just does it automatically. Okay, so I plugged up the left nostril with for you it'd be left nostril with pinky ring. I'm showing with my left hand because I'm mirroring. You should be doing it with the right. Okay, so let's sit up straight and tall. Gently tip the chin towards the chest, keeping the thoracic spine moving in. Let all the air out through the right. Breathe in. Plug the right. Breathe out. Breathe in. Plug the left. Breathe out. Breathe in. Plug the right. Breathe out. In. Plug the left. Breathe out. Lower your hand. Sit with the effects. Gently lift your head. We're going to practice one more round. This round, I want you to be conscious of one more subtle action. When you're drawing your breath in, there's going to be the tendency to try to draw the breath up towards the brain. Instead, I want you to draw it straight down towards your belly button. The next thing I want you to feel as you're drawing it straight down is that naturally, as you breathe in, put your hands on your side ribs. You should feel your side ribs lift and spread into your hands when you're breathing in. And when you breathe out, you should feel the side ribs move back in and down. Now you're going to try to feel that sensation with your eyes closed, drawing the breath down. You ready? Round 2. Breathe out. Breathe in through the nose, draw it down towards your navel, Ujjayi. Plug the right and breathe out. Breathe in. Plug the left and breathe out. One more. In through the right. Plug the right, breathe out. Breathe in. Plug the left, breathe out. Lower your hand. Lift your head. Let the eyes be soft, but let them open. And then lie down on your back. So you should feel, and when I was coming out of it, if you notice, like I didn't try to focus on anything right away, you should allow for that experience. The eyes to go out of focus, just to be in the sensation. Now you might have noticed when you're doing that second set of instructions that I gave, that you're able to take much fuller, longer breaths. So that's kind of cool. That's a really important technique to start to integrate into all of your pranayams. So I'm going to leave you here in Shavasana today. I would like you to take up to 3 to 5 minutes longer if you have the time. I hope that you enjoyed today's practice. If you did, if you're liking the direction that we're going now, adding the pranayam within the video and integrating some of the stuff that you're learning from the courses, let me know below. If there's things that you didn't like, let me know. Don't be rude or anything, but yeah, so that's it. Enjoy your Shavasana and then drop a comment below. Just give me your feedback, good or bad. And I'll see you next time. Or I'll see you in the yin video. Have a good day.